The Simpsons, a comedy classic that's been airing for over 30 years, but beneath the yellow skin and donut jokes lies something strange, a pattern. Time and again, episodes from years or even decades ago have predicted the future with unsettling accuracy. Today, we're diving deep into 10 of the most jaw-dropping times The Simpsons saw it coming, before anyone else. Number 1. Donald Trump becomes president. Episode Bart to the Future, 2000. This episode fast-forwards to Lisa Simpson's presidency, a seemingly silly future scenario. But listen to this line. As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. At the time, Donald Trump had dabbled in politics, but was mostly known as a flashy businessman and the host of The Apprentice. Nobody, and I mean nobody, thought he'd be a serious presidential candidate, let alone win. And yet, in 2016, Trump did just that. He became the 45th President of the United States. The economic chaos Lisa refers to even mirrors some of the very real issues that followed, including national debt concerns and extreme political division. What's more, a scene showing Trump descending an escalator surrounded by cheering fans closely matches real-life footage from his campaign announcement. Coincidence or prophecy? 2. Smartwatches. Episode Lisa's Wedding, 1995. In this future-set episode, Lisa's fiancé speaks into a wristwatch to call someone. Sounds basic now, right? But in 1995, this kind of tech was still firmly in the realm of science fiction. The first smartwatches wouldn't come out for another 2 decades, with Apple releasing its first watch in 2015. What's crazy is how casually it's used in the episode. No explanation, no wow moment, it's just normal. And now it really is. Millions of people wear smartwatches that can make calls, track health stats, run apps, and more. The Simpsons didn't just predict smartwatches, they predicted how ordinary they would become. 3. Disney buys Fox, episode When You Dish Upon a Star, 1998. This joke almost feels like a throwaway. Homer wanders past a studio lot and we see a sign reading 20th Century Fox, a division of Walt Disney Company. At the time, this was clearly satire. Disney was the squeaky clean mouse house, and Fox was, well, The Simpsons. The idea of Disney owning it? Absurd. But in 2017, the joke became reality. Disney announced it was buying most of 21st Century Fox, including The Simpsons, for over $70 billion. With that, Disney took ownership of a vast library of films and TV shows, including Avatar, the X-Men, Deadpool, and yes, The Simpsons themselves. What was once parody became a headline. And let's be real, the writers probably didn't even believe it themselves when they wrote it. 4. The Higgs-boson discovery episode, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, 1998. In this episode, Homer dreams of becoming the next great inventor. During one scene, he writes a complex equation on a chalkboard. At first glance, it looks like random math, but years later, physicist Simon Singh pointed out that Homer's scribbles closely resemble the formula used to calculate the mass of the Higgs boson particle. The Higgs boson, often dubbed the God particle, wasn't confirmed by scientists until 2012 at CERN's Large Hadron Collider. That's 14 years after this episode aired. It wasn't a perfect formula, but it was remarkably close for an animated show. Even stranger, one of The Simpsons writers, David X. Cohen, holds a degree in physics, suggesting this joke might have been more informed than we realized. 5. Video calling episode Lisa's Wedding, 1995. Once again, this episode delivers another eerie look into the future. Lisa, now grown up, has a video call with Marge. In the scene, she chats with her mom face-to-face using a phone-like device. Remember, in 1995, even voice calls on mobile phones were a novelty. Video calling? That was Star Trek stuff. Today, apps like FaceTime, Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams are part of everyday life. We used them to stay in touch during the pandemic. We use them for work, school, and socializing. What's interesting isn't just that The Simpsons showed the tech, it's how normal they made it seem. predicting the cultural impact as much as the invention itself. 6. The Ebola outbreak episode, Lisa's Sacks, 1997. In a seemingly innocent moment, Marge hands Bart a book titled Curious George and the Ebola Virus. At the time, Ebola had only caused small, isolated outbreaks. It wasn't on the public radar, certainly not enough to appear in children's media. But in 2014, a devastating Ebola outbreak swept through West Africa and sent shockwaves around the world. Thousands died, and the US even prepared for potential cases. The timing makes this gag feel oddly specific. It wasn't a virus chosen at random, and given how rarely it appeared in pop culture, it's hard not to see this moment as unsettlingly predictive. 7. The Shard in London episode, Lisa's Wedding, 1995. Yet again, this same episode delivers another eerie detail. While visiting London, Lisa stays in a hotel room with a window overlooking the skyline. Among the landmarks, a sleek pyramid-shaped skyscraper made almost entirely of glass. If that sounds familiar, it's because the Shard, one of the most distinctive buildings in Europe, fits that exact description. It wasn't even announced until 2000 and wasn't completed until 2012. The design in the show bears a stunning resemblance, not only in shape and materials, but in its exact location on the skyline. A futuristic guess, or a visual blueprint from the future. 8. Farmville and the Mobile Game Boom episode, Bart and Lisa's Excellent Adventure, 1998. In this episode, kids become obsessed with a virtual farming game, ignoring everything around them. It's exaggerated for comedic effect, but the core concept is unmistakable. When Farmville launched on Facebook in 2009, it became one of the first major mobile game sensations, followed by countless farming, mining, and life simulation clones. The Simpsons nailed the addictive nature of mobile games, the obsessive behavior, and even the business model. While games like this didn't exist when the episode aired, the show somehow captured the exact culture that would surround them. Its satire turned future reality. 9. Faulty Voting Machines. Episode Treehouse of Horror 19, 2008. In a parody segment, Homer tries to vote for Barack Obama using a digital machine. But every time, the machine registers a vote for his opponent, John McCain. The gag is pure slapstick, but just 4 years later, something eerily similar happened in real life. During the 2012 election, voting machines in Pennsylvania and other states experienced calibration issues. Some voters reported that their selections were being changed or not registering correctly. It wasn't widespread fraud, but the technical glitches echoed the Simpsons gag in a disturbingly specific way. 10. COVID-19 and Murder Hornets. Episode Marge in Chains, 1993. In this early episode, Springfield is hit by the Osaka flu, which spreads from Japan to the US via shipping boxes. Sound familiar? The town erupts in panic, hospitals are overwhelmed, and misinformation runs rampant. Now fast forward to 2020, and the world faces the COVID-19 pandemic, which began in Asia and spread globally. But wait, there's more. In one scene, townspeople knock over a truck, releasing a swarm of insects labeled killer bees. That's right, murder hornets were discovered in North America just months after the first COVID-19 lockdowns. Two bizarre events, a pandemic and invasive killer insects, predicted in a single episode from the early 90s. So, what's going on here? Are the Simpsons writers just really good at satire? Or is something more mysterious happening? One thing's for sure, we'll never look at a new episode the same way again. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more deep dives into pop culture and the unknown.